Imagine freezing in a tent made of canvas thinner than a cheap bedsheet. Your boots are falling apart. Your last meal was hardtack soaked in melted snow. And winter hasn't even started yet. This is how Civil War soldiers survived the cold, or didn't. And today, we're diving into the brutal reality of how they prepped for winter, when prepping meant life or death. First up, shelter. Forget cozy cabins or heated barracks. Soldiers slept in canvas tents, sometimes shared by 6 men, and often designed for warm weather, not freezing nights. Union soldiers got Sibley tents, giant teepee-style shelters based on Native American designs. But they leaked, smoked out anyone inside, and still froze up. So what did they do? They dug in. Literally. They'd build dugouts into hillsides, reinforce them with logs, and cover them in mud and straw for insulation. Confederate soldiers, short on resources, sometimes used just brush and scraps of canvas. They also created chimney hacks, digging trenches in the floor, placing hot coals from the fire, and covering it with planks. Not safe, but warm. 2, clothing and DIY layering. Uniforms weren't made for winter. Union soldiers got wool coats, if they were lucky. Confederates sometimes marched in rags. No exaggeration. Soldiers improvised. Burlap sacks turned into cloaks. Blankets stitched into coats, even newspapers stuffed into boots and shirts for insulation. You heard that right. They literally read themselves warm. 3, food and cold weather rations. Now imagine prepping meals in the cold. Fires were a giveaway to enemy scouts, so cooking often happened at dusk. Standard rations in winter: salt pork, which froze solid; hardtack, which never needed freezing. It was already inedible. Coffee, the holy grail. Soldiers would trade anything for coffee. Union troops even roasted acorns when beans ran out. Confederate soldiers brewed drinks from chicory, corn, or anything brown they could boil. 4, health and morale. Winter wasn't just physically brutal, it crushed morale. Disease spread like wildfire in cramped, cold quarters. Pneumonia, dysentery, frostbite, silent killers of the war. So how did they stay sane? Letters from home, songs by the fire, storytelling, Bible readings, even carving dice from bone to pass the time. They made jokes despite the cold. Humor, in a way, was the best insulation they had. 5, lessons from the past. Winter prep in the Civil War wasn't just about warmth. It was about willpower. From trench stoves to acorn coffee, these soldiers embodied the spirit of survival. And if there's one lesson we can take today, it's this: you don't need gear. You need grit. So the next time your heater breaks or your boots leak, remember the men who made it through winter in '64 with a coat, a fire, and a whole lot of stubborn.